Hello, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Today is June 6, na? It's a fresh start, and I hope na lahat po tayo nakapag-recharge po over the weekend. And I am pretty sure na marami po sa atin medyo busy talaga. Maraming mga aktibidades po sa weekend at marami po ding mga site tours, maraming mga kliyente na yun lang din po yung time na makapag-ano sila, tawag natin makapag-view ng project. So alam po natin na fully loaded, no? Full pack talaga ang mga ano natin, mga kasamahan natin dito sa negosyo sa ano po sa time na to. But I believe na we get used to the dynamics na po sa negosyo. So by the way, kumusta po tayong lahat, no? I'm still here broadcasting live from Vietnam, and I'm really looking forward to a much more productive day po para sa atin lahat, no? And I hope na if ever po nanonood na po kayo ngayon, pwede paki-invite po yung mga friends po natin, mga kasamahan po natin dito sa negosyo para makapag-join po dito po sa ano natin, no? Sa kuro-kuro po natin, no? Kuro-kuro, no? Medyo malalim na Tagalog, but I really look forward that you can join with us here na kasi napakaganda po yung mga training sessions na meron po tayo eh. At ako po personally, I believe na the more we listen to trainings, the more we listen to information, seminars, the more po nagiging sharp po yung mind natin. And if ang mind po natin ay busog po to, punong-puno talaga sa mga information, hindi po to basta-basta po na madi-discourage. Kaya pong labanan ang lahat ng mga negatibo na nakapalibot po sa atin, no? So, the reason why sometimes na medyo nanghihina tayo sa it's because na hindi natin finifeed po yung mind po natin. So, let me greet this morning, no, si Diana Rose Casiris, kasama po natin ngayon. Si Arnold Sabanal, kasama din po natin ngayon. However, meron po ditong nag-comment. Hindi ko lang po makita yung pangalan kasi hindi po nakalagay. So, siguro you can just allow or permit StreamYard na kasi may instruction po doon eh. Allow nyo lang po si StreamYard na i-post yung pangalan nyo. That's part of the secrecy issue or privacy law eh. So that's okay. Nagko-comply lang tayo kay Facebook na regulation. So kailangan nyo pong i-allow kasi live stream siya eh. Tapos ito may nag-greet din po sa atin na good morning, no? Ayan, good morning. Di ko alam kung from home po, but anyway, you can actually write your name just in case mag-greet po kayo at hindi po nag-flash. But anyway, whoever you are, good morning din po sa iyo. Now, sino po ba nandito? I hope na ma-encourage natin na mag-join po yung iba, no? Inform your team, no? Sana po maka-join sila sa atin. At ito rin may nag-mention ng mga pangalan, hindi ko lang alam kung sino po to. Ayan. Nag-mention ni Rosales, ayan, nag-mention din po. So, ang gawin nyo lang po, may notice po dyan na nakalagay na you need to allow StreamYard na i-post yung pangalan nyo. So, pag inallow nyo po yan, magpa-flash na po yung pangalan nyo po dito sa akin. Makikita ko na po. Okay? So, sige po, magpaparami pa muna tayo ng audience, no? Let me check muna sa stream ko kung ano bang situation dito, kung may nakikita ba. Baka walang lumabas eh. Gusto ko lang i-check. Ayan. Let me check muna sa stream ko kung ano bang situation dito, kung may nakikita ba. Ayan, meron pala. Baka walang Ay, si Ma'am Lynette pala. Ma'am Lynette, good morning, no? Good morning. Thank you for joining with us this morning. And I hope makasama po natin yung iba po. Ayan, nakikita ko po dito sa Facebook na mga comment. Tiningnan ko kasi sa cellphone ko eh. Okay. Then ang iba siguro nasa page natin, nasa DPPI page. Yung iba. Tingnan natin. By the way guys, tuloy-tuloy po yung mga schedules na meron po tayo over the week. May Wednesday po tayo at Friday na recruitment seminar na ginaganap po natin dyan po sa head office natin sa Lapu-Lapu. Simultaneous din po sa ibang lugar, meron din po tayong sa Danau City. Okay? So hopefully makakapag-join po tayo. Okay? Anybody? I think we have grown our numbers already. Medyo hindi pa ganun karami. But anyway, by the way, you can actually always review the videos because it will be stored there in Facebook. No? So it's either in the DPPI FB page at in DPPI FB group. May mga videos po dyan. So pwede po ninyo bisitahin from time to time para ito po ay ma-review po ninyo at ito po ay ma-share din po ninyo sa mga kasamahan po natin. By the way, I would like to encourage everyone to start informing our team of the upcoming summit. Now, we're gonna be lowering down the cost of the summit. I'm just trying to finalize everything this week. Pag ito po this week ay na-finalize ko na po, sa tingin ko bababa po yung summit fee natin significantly. So, hinihintay ko na lang po yung sa part ng mga caterer. Pag nabuo ko na, I'm gonna let it out this week, no? Para maka-start na po tayo ng registration. And I'm hoping na lahat po tayo ay sana ho nandyan po during the time po sa summit po natin. Okay. Donna Fee Simeon, no? A friend of Joy Eagerman. Ayan. Thank you for joining, no? Ayan, thank you for joining, Donna Fe. I'm glad that you're able to come. So I encourage everyone to join with us with the summit. This is actually the General Assembly of the entire DPPI family, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. It would be on November 30. So medyo malayo-layo pa, and I think every one of us can still prepare, no, for the upcoming summit. So for those that will be flying into Cebu for the summit, you can actually book some promo fare kasi malayo pa po. So doon po sa nasa Luzon, you can book a flight kasi holiday naman yan. And doon po sa Mindanao, actually, I think you can actually even access us by a boat kasi overnight trip lang po yan. So hindi po siya ganun talaga katagal ang biyahe. Okay? So let's get started, no? Let's get started para po makarami po tayo. Last week, actually, naumpisahan na po natin pinag-usapan ang mga pamamaraan kung paano po i-turn ang prospect natin into a customer. Okay. Number one, hindi po lahat na nag-i-inquire po sa atin ay automatic pong bumibili. Tama po ba? Karamihan po sa atin, nag-inquire lang po siya, but it would take time before na makapag-decide po sila na bibili po sa any of the project na ino-offer po natin. Now, the greatest struggle actually is yung time na nag-inquire siya until the time na makapag-decide po siya na bumili. A lot of things can possibly happen right at the middle. Now, always remember, we are not the only seller outside. So we have a lot of competitors that are also trying to rub us out of those inquiries na meron po tayo. Now, remember, our competitor is not just a real estate agent coming from other realty firm. In fact, even dun sa mga kasamahan po natin sa DPPI are also considered internal competitors itself because we play in the same playing field, we advertise in the same platform. So there's a great possibility na yung inquiry mo ay nagiging inquiry din po ng iba. Now, however, dito na po tayo, sabihin natin, dito na po yung pagalingan kung paano po ma-retain ang isang tao, ang isang inquiry hanggang the time na ma-convert niya ito na magiging isang customer or magiging isang kliyente. Now, there are a lot of character traits na kailangan po talaga nating titingnan. Kasi proseso lahat yan eh. Ako, I really don't believe that everything happens overnight. So ako, personally, I believe that it's a process. In fact, it's a very long process. No? It's a very long process. Not all of us can actually endure the process. Yun po yung pinaka-greatest na challenge. The endurance, but from the time na nag-inquire ang isang prospect until the time na magiging isang ganap talaga na kliyente or isang customer. The waiting period is the most painful and agonizing period sa pagbebenta po. Okay? So, let's try to do a little bit of review. Number one, we were talking about confidence. It is the first building block you need in order for you to have a very strong sales foundation. A lot of people actually have a lower view on themselves. Now, the reason why this is very important because this will dictate the kind of response na gagawin mo sa mga inquiry mo. Number one, you've got to boost your confidence. Now, in boosting one's confidence, wala po kasing ibang pamamaraan kung paano po talaga i-boost ang confidence that I know of. The only thing I know of na makapag-boost talaga sa isang confidence, sa confidence ng isang tao is actually when he is well-informed. Kung sakto yung information na meron siya, na pinanghahawakan niya with regards to the project na in-inquire, ako, I certainly believe na magiging kampante talaga siya. Yung confidence level talaga niyan, syempre, magiging mataas talaga. So in short, ito yung pinaka-point. If I am knowledgeable of the project, for any reasons, I can face the client, I can answer whatever question that he might ask because I have all the information. Now, saan ko ba kukunin ang information? Sabi ko pa nga, as often as we talk about this, you can get the information by attending Project Knowledge Seminar or commonly known as PKS. And you attend or join site tour visits. Okay? Dalawa po ang site tour visits natin. You visit the project site and you visit the office of the developer. And those two, okay, project knowledge seminar and at the same time site tour, those two things actually is essential para po ma-boost yung confidence po natin. The reason lang po na mababa po ang confidence natin because we feel na hindi po natin alam ang project. Wala tayong ka-idea. So, my encouragement sa lahat po sa atin today na nakikinig po ngayon, if you want to increase your confidence, start by attending Project Knowledge Seminar and attending or joining site tours. No, either it's for project site or for visit on the developer's office. Number two, we were talking about target the right client. Now, we can spend a lot of time, energy, effort, or even resources talking or probably engaging on a inquiry na hindi naman talaga natin target client or target prospect. Now, hindi po lahat po na nagtatanong sa atin, hindi po lahat na nag-i-inquire sa atin ay right market. Kasi there are actually people that are really, really fit for the project na binibenta mo. Diba? So, syempre, i-profile mo kung ano ba ang mga klase sa mga tao na kailangan kong i-push ang project na meron ako. Ito bang project na to ay fit ba sa kanya? Both doon sa need niya at doon sa financial resources niya. Kasi hindi po pwedeng hindi natin titingnan yung financial resources eh. Remember, we are selling real estate property. So kailangan talaga na yung tao na kausap natin ay may kapasidad po na magbayad. Because, I mean, paano natin ma-materialize ang gusto nating mangyari na ang prospect ay magiging customer or ang prospect na magiging client if yung kausap natin ay wala pong kapasidad na mag-invest or walang kapasidad na magbayad doon sa kukunin nga property. So, iba po ang profile. Okay? So, tinitingnan mo yung profile kung itong project na to, fit ba sa tao na to, kaya ba niya, sa tingin mo ba na if itong project na to, ang i-offer mo sa kanya, makakabayad siya. So those are the things na makukuha mo if you are going to talk to the client, you engage, okay? Don't stay na nagchat-chat lang po kayo. As much as possible, matatawagan po ninyo. Marami naman po tayong mga unlinked calls eh. Or if ever, nasa ibang bansa sila, may Messenger, may Viber, may WhatsApp, at lahat naman to ay pwede pong mangyari because may data ka lang, makapag-contact ka na. So, what is important so that you will know what are the things na nasa profile talaga ni buyer if you know kung ano siya in financial standing. Kasi i-qualify mo siya eh. I mean, you just don't sell for the sake of selling. At the end of the day, hindi naman siya makakabayad. Okay? Number 3 is, we're gonna be talking about knowing your value. Okay. Run natin to, ha? Okay. Now, you've got to know your value. Now, turning prospect into buying client is a very long process. It begins with you. There are certain characteristics that you need to view according to your personal perspective. Kaya nga, pinag-usapan natin, number 1, dapat talaga meron kang confidence. Dapat talaga you're talking to the right audience, to the target market. At pangatlo, ito po ang pag-usapan natin, you've got to know your value. If you want to turn your prospect into clients, then you must understand that you are selling. Dapat naiintindihan mo na ikaw ay nagbebenta ka talaga. Now, in understanding such premise na ikaw ay nagbebenta, you are going to ready everything na kailangan mo on the business of selling. Now, again, dito naman sa negosyo natin, wala naman talaga tayong ibang pagkukunan ng information kung hindi babalik at babalik naman talaga tayo doon sa PKS na naman, Saitor na naman, because those are actually the basic channel or in areas wherein we can gather information doon sa project na ibebenta natin. Wala pong ibang paraan so that we will be able to know the idea or the details of a certain project. It will always begin by attending PKS and of course joining site tour. So if one is not actually attending PKS, if one is not actually joining site tour, I'm sorry to say, I will be honest with you, mahihirapan at mahihirapan po kayong magbenta on things na hindi po ninyo nakikita talaga. Okay? On things na hindi ninyo nakikita. So this is important that you've got to have a personal view on the project na binibenta mo. Okay? Hindi po pwedeng kung ano lang po yung sinasabi ng iba. So the question actually is how, no? 'Di ba sabi natin, if you want to turn your prospect into client, then you must understand what you are selling. So paano? How are you going to understand what you are selling? Okay, number 1, ito yung sinabi ko. Attend project knowledge seminar. Nothing can replace if you attend project knowledge seminar. What is it there? Ano bang meron sa project knowledge seminar? Siyempre, information with regards to the project. Now, because the one that is conducting the seminar is the one coming from the developer side, they are in the better position to give us all the information that we need regarding the project. So you can throw your question, matatanong niyo po sila kung ano po yung mga sa tingin nyo, tinatanong ng posible ng mga buyers natin so that you can throw that same question to the one na nagkakandak po ng seminar. So what will happen if you don't attend project knowledge seminar? Then you don't have an idea. Hindi po sapat, mga kapatid, yung mga pinopost sa mga group chat natin at kinokopya nyo po at pinopost nyo. It's not gonna be enough. Hindi po siya sapat. Kulang na kulang po talaga siya. So, as much as it gives you an initial information, but the details, much deeper information with regards to the project, is actually makukuha mo yan if nag-a-attend ka talaga ng mga seminars. Number 2, you join project site tour and office visits. Dalawa po ang mga schedules na meron tayo. Saturday, yan po yung pagbibisita sa mga project site. At every Thursday naman, yun naman po ang pagbibisita sa mga offices ng developer. Now, bakit po natin ginagawa yan? Number one, mahirap magbenta sa isang bagay na hindi mo personally nakita. Number two, kailangan mong mapuntahan ang opisina ng developer because doon ka naman talaga magre-reserve just in case si buyer makapag-decide na ito po ay kukuha ng project. Now, at least you will know where, when, where, and whom to transact. So, that's the reason and the purpose kung bakit may office visit po tayo. Pangatlo, it will give you the confidence na in case na may mga inquiry, magtanong ka directly to the office of the developer so that you will able to get a real-time na mga answers doon sa mga katanungan ng mga inquiries po natin. So, hindi ka na mahihiya kasi kilala mo na kung sino po ang nandoon. Okay? So that is what is more important. Okay? Number three, you need to talk with your client and really listen. Okay? Kadalasan kasi, dahil nasa sales po tayo, ang usual na inclination natin ay salita ng salita. Nakakalimutan natin na kailangan din po natin na makinig talaga. It is in the listening that we are able to decipher or to dissect or segregate ang information that really matters to the client. So as much as we wanted to talk, it is really, really important on the side of the seller na we really have to listen what the buyer is sharing, talking, or probably commenting. No? So when the buyer actually nakikita po nila na meron tayong listening ear, they will really appreciate that. Ma-appreciate at ma-appreciate talaga niyan. Kasi kung hindi nila mararamdaman na hindi natin sila pinapakinggan, well, definitely that buyer will somehow look for another seller na kung saan mapapakinggan yung gusto niya or mga hinaing niya. Okay? Now, number 4, the information will help you better connect with your prospect. If you have information, mas better po kayong makipag-connect kay prospect. And most importantly, it will gain credibility as someone who has ideas and solution. So dalawa po ang mangyayari. You will have the connect and you will gain the credibility. Now, this is very important ingredient in sales because if you cannot connect with your buyer, it is totally, or if not totally, it is quite hard to really convert this prospect into a buying client. Because number one, credibility will never be developed pag wala po kayong connect. Credibility is developed right after there will be a connect. Kasi, I mean, technically, no, how will would you trust person na hindi mo nakilala, hindi mo nakausap, ngayon mo lang nakita, ngayon mo lang nakausap? Definitely not. But not unless that client or that prospect was able to see dyan sa'yo na, uy, knowledgeable to ah. Uy, may alam to ah. Uy, I think, ito, respetado to. So, the client will be able to gain your respect. Okay? Number 5, you add value by doing things above and beyond expectations. Now, meron po tayong mga normal services na ginagawa sa industry natin. But if you go beyond the kind of services na ipapakita mo, na ibibigay mo dun sa kliyente mo, mararamdaman po ng buyer po yan, the value na binibigay mo doon sa transaction na meron kayo. Now, alam nyo guys, yung simple na, Ma'am, I will get back to you after I get the information. Ma'am, I will give you the inventory. Ma'am, I will give you the update. That is actually valuing po yan. Okay, valuing po yan. Mararamdaman po ni kliyente kung gaano po siya ka-valuable sa intention niya na makabili ng isang property. And you don't set aside or belittle or sabihin na natin minamaliit ang kakayahan niya na makabili ng isang property sa iyo. So that is very important. Okay, that is very important. When we give the kind of service to our client, give it plus to the max. Plus, plus, plus to the max. Why? Because that is only one step ahead. That is one step ahead of the entire transaction. Meaning, nakakalamang ka na ng isang step. Okay? Number four. No? So yun ang pinag-usapan natin is knowing your value. Number four is we're going to build relationship. Di ba? No, kung ang intention natin ay ma-convert ang isang client, ang isang prospect na magiging isang customer or kliyente. Kailangan, 'di ba, sabi natin, dapat may kumpiyansa ako sa sarili, dapat nakipag-usap ako doon sa tamang audience. Pangatlo, dapat ay I need to know my value. Then pangapat, ito na po, build relationship. Turning your prospect into client is truly all about the soft skills. Ano po bang ibig sabihin ng soft skills? Okay. Not all people actually has this, but this is very important. Bakit ho? Because selling property is an emotional thing. It attacks the heart prior it attacks the mind. Although we think, we use our mind in order to decide, but the entry to this mind is actually to get to the heart. That's the reason why I said turning your prospect into client is truly all about soft skills. Soft skills, okay? So ano to? The ability to connect with people. Of course, the patience to listen. Ang hirap kayang makinig. The ability to communicate and understand. And the ability to convey trust and confidence. Okay. Na ngayon, imahimayin natin ha. Imahimayin natin. Para at least magkaano po tayo ng a little bit of an idea. Okay, here it is po. Now, when you build relationship, there is one ability that you need to master, and that is the ability to connect with people. Unfortunately, I have read a lot of books about building relationship, but none of those actually recommended a step on how are you going to connect to people. In fact, I made a lot of research on how to connect with people. Actually, there are no clear steps. Wala pong klarong steps. Until I begin to finally understand na simple lang pala ang pagkoconnect ng tao. You just have to begin talking. Okay? You just have to begin talking. Be interested dun sa person. Hindi naman interested na para pang marites na kalidad. Hindi po ganon. Hindi po ganon. Interested in a sense na you are going to deliver your message with concern patungkol doon sa gusto niyang mangyari na transaction sa iyo. Well, obviously, ang transaction na meron kayo is looking for a property. But the moment you're going to put the ability to connect is number one, you've got to establish the reason, the need, kung ano at bakit ito ang kukunin niya at ito ba yung mga choices niya. It's more of identifying lang. No? It's more of identifying. Then you talk about it. You talk your idea with regards to the preferred project na meron siya. Location, the type of house, and there can so many conversation that you can brought in. Okay. Number one, if you talk about the community, you can talk about community. If he has children, ilan ba ang anak niya? Now, this subdivision has a basketball court, this subdivision has a swimming pool, then you can talk about personal thing. Ma'am, over the weekend, you can actually ask your children to, instead na sa lalabas na po tayo, dito na po tayo mag-spend time sa swimming pool po natin. Pwede naman siguro si daddy at saka yung anak niya, maglalaro sila ng basketball. Safe po tayo dito sa community natin. Wala pong makakapasok na mga outsiders kasi may 24-hour po tayo na guard. Mga things na ganon, it will help you connect with the people. But most importantly, have the patience to listen. Tayo po kasi na mga agent, wala po tayong pasensya sa pakikinig. Kasi nasanay tayo na tayo yung magsasalita kasi gusto natin magre-reserve at magre-reserve agad. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't happen that way. Okay? Unfortunately, it doesn't happen that way. It happened the opposite way. Okay? It Actually, the one who can patiently listen to the client as he talks, as he shares, will be in a better position to connect with the person. Kasi malalaman mo even yung mga personal matters nun sa kanya eh. Di ba? Which means, ito lang po yung isa kong masasabi. Never, never, never na sapawan mo siya pag nagsasalita siya. Wait until he finish talking before you're going to start talking. Listening is the key. Okay? Number 3, ability to communicate and understand. Okay, ito importante po to. Kailangan po makipag-usap po tayo sa ating kliyente na simple language. Hindi niya po kailangan na magiging sophisticated na English. Hindi po. Just a simple language. Simple terms, kumbaga, na pwede mong gamitin. Now, ang importante, doon sa pakipag-usap mo sa kliyente, naiintindihan ka niya. Because kung hindi ka niya naiintindihan, useless po ang pakikipag-usap. Okay? You get my point? Useless ang pakikipag-usap kung hindi po kayo naiintindihan. Kaya don't use words na tayo lang po ang mga real estate agent ang nakakaintindi, but use words na yung common people can understand. Okay? Do I get myself clear? Di ba? Kasi importante po yun eh. It's not in the matter of talking, but it's actually in the understanding. Okay? Last is the ability to convey trust and confidence. Babalikan natin ito kasi ito yung pinag-usapan natin earlier eh, confidence eh. People will trust you. People will give the confidence in you pag nakikita niya na ikaw ay merong tamang information na bitbit mo. Because the moment he can sense in you na hindi ka handa na nakipag-meet sa kanya, well, malaki pong problema po dyan. Because yung trust and confidence na pinag-uusapan natin, hindi po siya basta-basta maibibigay hanggat hindi mo po maipakita sa kliyente mo na ikaw ay sapat, karapat-dapat, at knowledgeable sa mga ginagawa mo. Kaya I always encourage everyone, make yourself available pag meron pong mga project knowledge seminar at kung meron din pong mga tinatawag natin na mga site tours. Because it is the building block of confidence when you have the information and when you have the knowledge. If you don't have, I'm sorry. Mahihirapan po kayo sa tinatawag natin na trust and confidence. So by building the relationship, you are working to ensure that prospects automatically think of you when they are ready to buy. Di ba sabi ko, the period from inquiry to the period of deciding to buy, mahaba po yan. It's a long process. It doesn't happen overnight. There are even transactions na a year ago pa yan. A year ago pang nag-inquire sa'yo. But how are you going to maintain the kind of relationship na dapat meron po ikaw at yung kliyente sa time na nag-umpisa ka na mag-inquire, nag-umpisa siyang nag-inquire, hanggang sa time na mag-decide siya na bibili. Ang pinakamasakit po dyan, by the time na mag-decide ang client na bibili, ay ikaw, hindi ka na niya makontak. Hindi ka na niya mahagilap. At worst of it, hindi ka niya mararamdaman. So, your goal, your objective is that I have to keep myself connected to the client until the time na siya ay makapag-decide na bibili. By the time na mag-decide siya na bibili na ng project, ako ang una niyang maalala, ako ang una niyang maisip, ako ang kukontakin niya by the time na ready na siya bumili. Okay? Because a lot of us actually is, after one or two inquiries, iniwan na natin si Ere. And we proceed to the next inquiry. Lo and behold, yung unang nag-inquire ay kumuha ng property looking for another agent. So don't do that. You are wasting your lead, nawawala po mga lead ninyo, edi sayang din po yung ginastos nyo para makakuha ng isa, dalawa, tatlo, or apat na lead. Di ba? every lead will always have a cost involved. May cost po na involved po yan. Kaya I always say this record lahat po ng mga inquiries po ninyo, isulat po ninyo para hindi po ninyo nakakalimutan at ito po ay na-update ninyo from time to time. In a way, you are going to build your relationship with the possible buyer. Alam nyo, hindi po overnight ito mangyayari lahat. Everything po nito is always done in a process. And the process is actually really, really very long. Okay? Now, in turning our prospect into clients, you have to understand that the sales cycle is long. Ito po yung sinasabi ko. You have to understand that the sales cycle is long. Thus, always requires your ability to build relationship. If you cannot build the kind of relationship na dapat talaga mai-build mo, nako, mahihirapan po talaga na maalala ka ng kliyente mo by the time na makapag-decide siya na bibili po siya ng project. Do you get my point? Because if we keep moving from one to the next and forget the one who inquired to you at first, one thing for sure, dalawa lang kasi ang posibilidad eh. It's either nag-inquire siya pero hindi pa siya ready bumili. Nag-inquire siya na ready na siya bumili. Yan ang dalawa. Pero may pangatlo din. Nag-inquire lang pero walang kaplano-planong bumili. But anyway, the moment na makipag-usap po tayo sa kanila, we are now starting to evaluate kung ito ba talaga ay target audience or right market for us. So malalaman at malalaman din po naman natin yan eventually. Okay? Eventually. So, in short, there's no magic to what we are doing. You are really going to build the kind of relationship until the time that that person will be able to decide to buy from you. Okay? Though we always say that a salesperson, we should be the one that is in control of the situation. Parati nating sinasabi yan. Na tayo yung nagdidikta sa kliyente, tayo yung nagmamanage sa mga sagot nila. In a sense, yes, but unfortunately, this doesn't hold true anymore. Okay? Unfortunately, this doesn't hold true anymore. Whether you like it or not, we've got to understand that your prospect have the opportunity to buy anything they want, wherever, whenever, and from whomever they pleases to. Remember that. Thus, the client is in control at all given times. So ito po yung mga new paradigm, ito po yung mga new changes on the marketing and selling approaches. Dati kasi sinasabi natin na as a salesperson, tayo yung in control of the conversation. Tayo yung nagdidikta to where our buyers end up and where and when and whom are they going to buy the project. Well, as much as it is true in the past, there is, however, changes in the demographics of the kind of buyer na meron po tayo. And this is the one. Okay? And I read it again. Your prospects have the opportunity to buy anything they want. Okay? Take note of the word, ha? Anything they want, wherever, whenever, and from whomever they pleases to. So in short, sila yung pipili. Thus, the client is in control of all at all given times. Now, maniwala kayo, ang kliyente na po ang nagdidikta sa atin ngayon. So in this way, we've got to build a much stronger relationship with them. We've got to maintain our connect. And ako po personally, in the period of technology right now, you can maintain that connect as easy as 1, 2, 3. Eh yun lang nga, mag-i-effort ka talaga. Because wala naman talagang mga bagay-bagay na hindi po natin na-accomplish without any effort at all. There has to be an effort na ibibigay po natin in order for us, no? In order for us na ma-maintain po natin yung connect. Kasi hindi po basta mami-maintain yan eh. Believe me, hindi po basta mami-maintain yan if we are not going to exert the needed effort. Okay? Relationship means an emotional connection between two people in which each person derives value and feels trust. So this is an emotional connect. Jove, bakit importante sa atin ang emotional connection. Because we are human beings. We are not robots. We are governed by our emotions. As much as we think, analyze, as much as we are a logical being, we oftentimes buy on the basis of our impulse. Okay? Ulitin ko ha, kahit na tayo po ay isang rational being, kahit po na minsan nag-iisip po tayo, but most common is actually we buy based on our impulses. And if we buy based on our impulses, isa lang po ang ibig sabihin po niyan. That is actually based on emotions. Okay? Invest the time and energy in getting to know people. Add value to your business and their lives, and build trust in who you are and the business that you represent. Okay, ulitin ko ha, napakaganda pong statement. Invest the time and energy in getting to know people. Add value to your business, sa negosyo mo, and their lives, and build trust in who you are, kung sino ka, and the business that you represent. So dapat makita po ng buyer mo na sa negosyo na meron ka, ikaw ay credible, ikaw ay magaling, ikaw ay knowledgeable, at may information ka, tama ito, at kampante ka na nakipag-transact doon sa kliyente na meron ka. So again, balik naman tayo doon sa Project Knowledge Seminar or PKS, or balik tayo doon sa mga site tour. Okay? Now, minsan kasi nakakalimutan na natin ito, but these are actually really essential. Okay? Minsan, ito ay pinapalagpas na natin, but these are actually very essential in all aspects. Okay? So, hope we're learning, no? I hope we're learning kasi napakaganda po ang topic natin today. No? Napakaganda po yung topic natin today. So, tuloy tayo. Okay, number 5, plan your success. To be successful at turning prospect into customers, hindi po pwedeng bara-bara lang po tayo. You need a game plan. Kailangan po talaga parang chess ba that you need to have a game plan. Like basketball, you need to have a game plan. In order for you to win championship, you need to have a plan. The reason why Michael Jordan ay nanalo po siya ng 6 na NBA na championship, hindi po yun chamba. Hindi po yung pagkakataon, kundi plinano talaga nila every finished game na meron po sila. After they won the first championship, they plan for the next one. They plan for the third one. After they finish the three-peat, they plan for another three-peat. There was a plan, and they execute according to the plan. Because plan will set the direction of the transaction. In our case, being a real estate agent, when you have a plan, it will set a direction from inquiry to closing the sale. Kasi kung wala po tayong plano, wala po yung magiging ending. Okay? Kung wala po tayong plano, wala po yung magiging ending. Thank you for quoting. Invest the time and energy in getting to know people, add value to your business and their lives, and build trust in who you are. And ito, pakita ko po. I'm sorry guys, no, I cannot, I don't know kung sino po to kasi hindi po kasi niya binigyan si StreamYard ng access or grant permission na i-post yung pangalan niya. No, so but you can actually write your name. Okay? Thank you. So, ayan, no? You've got to have a plan, no? From the time na nag-inquire yung buyer until the time that it will close. Kasi hindi po pwedeng wala po talagang plano eh. There has to be, after I answer this question, what will I give? If he asks, what will I give? If he asks more, what will I give? When are we going to do the site tour? Pag nandun na kami sa site tour, what will I do? There has to be a game plan. There has to be a process. No? Unfortunately, I cannot tell you what are your process because as what I've said, I'm not going to make you like me, and I'm going to be like you. Because every person ay may kanya-kanya po siyang unique na estilo. Every person may kanya-kanya po siyang character po kung paano niya i-deliver yung message niya. So my suggestion is, you can be the best salesperson if you follow your normal character. So what is your normal character? Yun ang gagawin mo. Okay? So, next, tuloy tayo. When you plan for your success, it's all probably you're going to ask why do having a plan work? Bakit nga ba? Kung magpaplano ako, bakit it will work? Why not? Magtanong ako, sasagot ako, then that's it. Kung bibili siya, okay. Kung hindi siya bibili, okay rin. To be honest, pwede naman pag ganun. Pero again, you'll be losing a lot of client along the way. You're gonna lose a lot of prospect na probably magiging isang potential buyer. And that's not what we want to achieve. We want to achieve that every inquiry that we have, we are going to convert them into a buying client, into a buying customer. Kasi tao po yan na dumating sa atin, alagaan mo yan, in-nurture mo yan, didiligan mo yan, gaya ng halaman ba, itatanim mo, didiligan mo, i-cultivate mo, balang araw, mamunga po yan. But it will never happen overnight. Ganon din po dito. Okay, so bakit? Kung may plano ka, it will work because it provides the framework for common vision, communication, and accountability, all of which help you turn busy into productive. Alam mo, the goal of sales is not for us to become busy, but the goal of sales is for us to become productive. Kumbaga, meron talaga tayong produce. Kumbaga, meron talaga tayong resulta. It's not in the point that we are not doing anything, but the point here, if you are busy on a lot of things, but it never really translate into production, then probably meron talagang diferensya yan. Then probably there must be something wrong. Kasi kung parati mo yung ginagawa at wala namang resulta na nangyayari, then you've got to better change the way you do things. Kailangan mo talagang palitan, kailangan mong baguhin kasi hindi nga nagbibigay ng resulta eh. And unfortunately, there is no other person that can determine except you. 'Di ba? Well, I mean, I cannot determine that for you. You can determine it for yourself. And that's exactly the reason why we're doing this training, we're doing this seminar, so that it will give you the idea on what are the things that you need to do. Kasi hindi po siya po pwede talaga na I will do it for you because you are the one engaging with your clients. You are the one engaging with your inquiries. Okay? So yan. Thank you for commenting that. Ito, the goal of sales is for us to be productive, to deliver results. Sorry hindi ko po makita yung name po. I'm sorry really. But if you make some comment, you can just put your name pagkatapos o by ganito para or you can give StreamYard the access para para mabasa na po natin yung pangalan po ninyo. Okay? So let me share some tips on how to make your time productive and successful. Again, tips lang po to ha. Hindi po to the all in all. So tips lang po to na baka sakali po makakatulong po sa atin or makakatulong po sa inyo. Because at the end of the day, we are only here to help each other and to share whatever information we can share. Number one, it pays to have a plan. It pays to have a plan. If you wanted to have a successful result, if you really wanted to have a productive result, then there has to be a plan. Now, in planning, make it a habit to set aside a day for yourself, free from all the busy schedules, in order to think more deeper on your goals. Minsan kasi nakakalimutan natin na kailangan po nating i-recharge ang sarili natin. Kahit isang araw po na wala po tayong ibang gagawin kung hindi you have to keep in touch with your goals before. How deep it is right now and what are the things that you really need to do in order for you to materialize your goal. An opportunity for you to be able to evaluate things that you are probably doing. Alam ko po, time is gold. But the more we are going to waste time, if you are not going to pause and think and revisit your goal, because it is in revisiting our goal that we will be able to understand what is it really that we are looking. Okay? What is it really that we are looking? And what is it really that we wanted to accomplish? Marami pong pwede nating gawin, to be honest. Marami pong pwede nating gawin, marami pong pwedeng activity na iarangkada mo. But at the end of the day, would that thing give you the kind of results that you want? Diba? Number two, use a model when you have when you are going to plan and when you are going to analyze. Use a model. Okay, I can recommend the most common we usually use is the SWOT analysis. Okay, you're going to think about your strength, your weakness, ano ba yung opportunity na meron, at ano po ba yung threats. No? Threats, pag sinabi natin, ito yung mga potential na mga obstacles. Let's say, for example, meron kang isang buyer, nag-inquire sa'yo, nagtanong siya, isang house and lot sa ganitong location. Now, tingnan mo, what's the strength of the project na i-offer mo? Would this project be a strong offer para doon sa kliyente mo? Or probably, itong project na nag-inquire siya ay hindi ito ang strong na offer, kaya mag-ready ako ng isa pang project that could be strong enough para sa offer na to. Okay? You get my point? Okay? Di ba? Meron po tayong, kasi dito po, nasa ano po tayo nasa passive selling. So, nagma-market ka. Okay? Nagma-market ka, nag-a-advertise ka, tapos one day, may isang tao na nag-inquire sa'yo sa project na nakapost sa Facebook, sa Facebook page mo. Na ngayon, nung nag-inquire siya, nag-analyze ka. According doon sa conversation mo ni buyer, nag-usap kayo, nag-exchange kayo ng information, nag-exchange kayo ng idea. According to that, sa tingin mo ba itong project na nag-inquire siya ay strong na offer para doon sa need niya, para doon sa inquiry niya? Kasi kung hindi ito strong, then you've got to prepare. No, kailangan mo talagang mag-prepare ng another project na pwede mong i-offer doon sa kanya. Kumbaga, alternative project. Tingnan mo yung weaknesses ng project. Itong project na to, ito yung weaknesses. Pero ano yung opportunity na pwede kong ma-offer? Okay, di ba? Yes, ito yung strength ng project nag-inquire, ito yung weakness, pero ano yung opportunity na pwede kong ma-offer? Tanungin mo yan. Then, lastly, you ask yourself, ano kaya ang mga potential na posibilidad na ayaw niya sa project na to? Di ba? Ano kaya ang mga reason kaya na hindi siya kukuha? Kumbaga, i-anticipate mo. Kumbaga, kumbaga, sa Tagalog pa, advance mag-isip. Dapat advance ka mag-isip dito, kapatid, no? Advance ka mag-isip. Ano kaya ang ayaw niya sa project na to? Ano kaya ang magiging rason na hindi siya bibili sa project na to? So when you anticipate that, you are going to prepare. So ito yung sinasabi ko na SWOT analysis din. Okay? Meron tayong isang topic dyan on how are we going to do it. But we're not going to go into the details today. Enough na po muna yun na makita nyo po at maintindihan nyo, ganito pala yan. Okay? Next. The most common we usually use is the SWOT analysis. Okay? Tandaan nyo po yan. Okay, number 3, post. Okay? Post. Ano yung post? Okay, ito po. Post your vision, mission, and core values somewhere prominent so that you read them every day. Dapat nakikita nyo po yan. Ano bang gusto mo? Ano bang goal mo? Ano ba yung mission mo? Di ba? Kasi kung hindi mo yan nakikita everyday at hindi mo yan nababasa everyday, makakalimutan mo yan. Guys, ang dami po nating iniisip sa araw-araw. Maliban na sa paghanap buhay, marami din po tayong problemang iniisip. So the possibility na makakalimutan natin talaga ay mataas talaga. I mean, if ever maalala mo, siguro matatabunan siya sa sobrang daming iniisip po natin. So that hindi siya matatabunan, para always siyang ma-remember, write it down. Write what is it that you really wanted to achieve, to have, and to do. Post it in an area dyan sa bahay mo, sa kwarto mo, na parati mo siyang mababasa or parati mo siyang nakikita. Kasi again guys, kung hindi po natin siya nakikita, nakakalimutan po natin siya. So, better na makita talaga. So you write it down. Okay? You write it down. Go, siguro kuha ka ng isang half ng kartolina, lagay mo, post mo. Para everyday mo siyang nakikita. Pag everyday mo siyang nakikita, nare-remind ka everyday. Okay, that's the goal. Okay? That's the goal of what we are going to do. Okay? If you want to achieve it, you need to see it and feel it every single day. Ayan guys ha, remember it. If you want to achieve it, you need to see it and feel it every single day. Kailangan mo talagang kailangan mo talagang makita every single day. Kailangan mo talagang mararamdaman. Or else, makakalimutan. And if makakalimutan mo yan, your action on a day-to-day basis will really be very weak and very slow. Wala yung motivation eh. Wala yung inner motivation eh. Are we learning so far ba? Are we learning? I'm about to end na rin. Number 4, you need to review. You need to review. Review your actions, your behavior, and results in order to know which one works and doesn't work. I mean, guys, no? In sales kasi, we tend to experiment a lot of things. I mean, that's normal. We try this one, we try that one, and we see and evaluate which of those actually really works. Now, if we are not going to review all of the actions na ginawa po natin, pati yung behavior natin sa pakikipag-usap ng kliyente, at pati na rin po yung resulta, then wala po tayong basis if yung ginagawa natin, if truly it really works. Kasi pwede namang hindi siya effective eh. But one really needs to review from time to time para ma-change natin yung mga approaches na dapat nating i-change. Number five, you track and measure. Okay? Naalala ko po dati, yung boss ko sa Pepsi Cola, ito po yung sinabi niya sa akin. What gets measured gets done. Ito, ang nagsasabi po nito si Mr. Henry C. Mualya, no? Siya po yung vice president namin sa Pepsi Cola Philippines Incorporated. He once said to me in one of our Mancom meetings, nag-meeting kami ng mga Mancom, at ito yung sinabi niya sa amin, no, sa amin mga sales manager. What gets measured gets done. So kung hindi po, ayan, no, number 5, track and measure. Kung hindi mo susukatin, no, kung hindi mo subaybayan yung mga ginagawa mo at hindi mo susukatin according to its result and productivity, then we are never going to get things done dun sa gusto nating mangyari sa mga buhay-buhay natin, sa mga vision natin, sa mga pangarap natin. Di ba? In order for us to really get things done, then there has to be a measuring stick. Kumbaga, kailangan talaga siyang susukatin so that we will know where we are in achieving our goals, where we are in achieving our dreams. Hindi naman po pwede kasing tuloy na lang at hindi mo alam kung ikaw ba ay umuusad or hindi. Hindi po siya pwedeng go lang ng go na hindi mo naman alam kung itong go ng go mo ay tama ba o hindi. I mean, nakikita ko po yan. Go lang ng go. Sabi ng Globe, di ba? Go lang ng go. Tama yun. Go lang ng go. Pero what if yung go ng go mo ay hindi yung tamang respond? Do you think you're gonna get where you should be? I don't think so. Hindi kayo makakarating talaga. So, bago natin gawin yung go and go, tingnan natin. I-track natin at sukatin natin, subaybayan natin at sukatin natin kung ito bang ginagawa ko ay tama ba 'to, productive ba 'to, ay ito bang ginagawa ko, binibitbit ba ako dito sa supposed na destination ko? Or else, wala eh. Wala akong wala akong mararating, 'di ba? So in short guys, kailangan talagang conscious tayo. Okay? So I think I'm going to end my session, no, for today. I would like to thank Miss Ellen Garcia, no, for the coach na pinapadala niya dito sa ano. I thank you, ma'am, and I really appreciate, and I hope it it gives, no, a good idea. Nakapag-contribute po tayo ng magandang information. Ayan, no? If you don't measure according to its result and productivity, we will never get things done. This is necessary so we will know where we are in achieving our goals and dreams. Ayan, ito po yung quote ni Miss Ellen Garcia. Okay? Miss Ellen, there's a ano po doon sa taas po ng live na to. Meron pong note po doon ng StreamYard that you're going to allow StreamYard to post your name so that in the next time na mag-comment po kayo, makalagay na po yung pangalan ninyo. Okay? So maraming salamat po guys, and I hope na ito po yung nakapagbigay po sa atin ng additional input for today. And I hope to see you po bukas kasi available po ang mga training sessions natin Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. in the morning and 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Kita-kita po tayo mamayang hapon for another lesson na pag-uusapan po natin. Guys, wala pong sawang lesson ang ibibigay natin sa bawat isa sa atin dito sa DPPI. Ang hingin ko lang sa inyo, sabihan nyo lang po yung mga downlines ninyo, yung mga ka-team ninyo na mag-join sila. Grab the opportunity to learn, grab the opportunity to listen to the live training and session. Or if hindi po sila makapag-attend ng live, they can always do it on their own spare time. Just share the video, let them listen the video para they will have a head start. Or share it to your groups, no? I-share nyo po sa mga groups po ninyo, sa messenger, sa mga group chat so that kahit papano po, they will be able to listen in today's segment. Napakaganda po ang lesson na to. Sana po ito po yung ma-share po talaga natin. Thank you very much and God bless you all. Bye!